Oh, hi. Can you hang on just a sec? There, got it. Hello. Anyway, so let's get started with our book today. If you need to pause the video, you can. I bet you can guess which story we're doing today. Has something to do with this beautiful stuff right here. Pig can get wet. Go ahead and grab your book so it matches mine. This is going to be a fun story, and this is a fun way to start out, I think. Okay. So we talked about our vowels, A, E, I, O, U, and these are all the sounds that we hear with our vowels. Do them with me. A, I, U. Now remember, our E and our I sound a lot alike. We want to make sure we're stretching like a smiley. And then I would be I. All right, if you are ready, you see I got ready for this book. Today, it's fun to do some different silly things when we read. Any way that you can mix up reading or add some fun to it or have some puppets, I'm all about it because reading is fun if we make it fun. Okay, we always do a picture walk here before we read. That helps us comprehend the story or understand the story. It helps us get excited for the story. And sometimes when we're reading, we want to look up and look at the pictures, of course, because the illustrations in a book are always fun. But I find if we look through the story first, there's a couple of things that happen. We can read better because we already know what some of the words might be based on the pictures, and we understand it better because we already know what's happening. As we've looked at the pictures, we know what's going to happen in the sentence, so we're a better reader. So the cover I thought was hilarious. That's why I dug in my bin full of costumes so that I could find a fun wig for you. And then I had to dig around and find a mirror so I could be looking like Pig here with her beautiful wig on. So how fun is that? I noticed on the title that get wet, they have a lot of the same letters, E-T, right here. So get wet. And when I notice spellings about words, that also makes me a better reader. I lock that sound into my brain and get, and then all I have to do is change the initial sound G to W, wet, get wet, and it makes sense. So I know that I did that right. All right, here we have Mama Pig and her little piglets around the table. I think they're excited also for her new wig. See how they're kind of, the illustrator did those little marks beside them. It shows they're kind of wiggly and happy. All right, now we have a neighbor or a friend coming over to visit, and he does not look happy. Pig loves her new style. And this friend, neighbor, not so much. That's kind of what I'm thinking is, I'd have a hard time wearing this all the time. I'd be more like the friend. And look at the little baby pigs now are like, oh, what's the matter with the neighbor? Suppose that's character is cat, maybe? All right, let's keep looking. We have another friend or neighbor coming to visit, Elephant. And I think Elephant likes the wig. I think she's giving Pig a compliment. Hey, nice hair today. You look awesome. All right, well, remember how our nonfiction stories are things that happen that are true or that could be true, and a fiction story is something written that is silly or not true. And just because I see a pig with a wig, I'm going to already know that's not going to be a true story. So we call that fiction. And in a fiction story, there's always a problem and a solution, or an ending, maybe a happy ending or maybe not so happy ending. But I was already predicting when I saw pig can get wet, the word wet, and then I saw the elephant, I was already thinking in my mind, uh-oh, I think an elephant is going to bring some water to the story, to the party. And now I see, look at the expression on Pig's face. Her wig got wet. She's not happy. Look at Cat. She thinks it's hilarious. Those baby pigs are really into it, running through the sprinkler or having a water balloon fight. You guys might think that's funny too if you were in this situation, but look at Pig. So when I'm looking through or predicting a story, I ask myself, I wonder why Pig is the only one of the characters who is not happy. Well, I probably wouldn't be happy if my wig got wet. First of all, it's just fun for dress up. And also because, wow, it just makes a mess. And I didn't work as hard on my wig as Pig did, but I wouldn't want to get wet either, although she's the only one who's not having fun. If we go ahead and turn the page, remember how we keep our books together, they're not stapled, so slide it to the center where it's folded, and look what's happening now. She took her wig off. They got the fan, they're drying it. It's gonna be okay, Pig. You can put your wig back on once it's dry, and now they're having fun. And what do we know about pigs? They like the mud. That's what helps them cool off. Okay, well, I already know this is gonna be a fun story. It was a fun way to start with a crazy wig. And let's read together. All right, here we go. Ready? Pig can get wet. Now, when we read the title, we want to try really hard to keep those words in our brain. Make your brain work hard at remembering. And if we've already said it in the title, let's see if we can just recognize it quickly on our books. If you can't, there's different strategies you can do. You can blend the sounds together and figure it out. But if you concentrate real hard on your book, so that means don't have the TV on, don't have brothers or sisters playing toys around when you're trying to read, don't have maybe distracting things in front of you like your tablet or a game piece or something, some kind of toy in front of you. Concentrate and make your brain work really hard at remembering our title and then the words that we have read on the other pages. Okay, and if you, like I say, if you want to go back and sound a word out because you're not sure, that's always okay too, but we want to get to where we can just read fluently, and that means smoothly. All right, on page 18, here we go. My big wig cannot get wet, said Pig. Pig sat. My big wig cannot get wet. Cat sat. Did you find it easier to read this page? Did you hear how it was the same as this page? And if you were able to read that more smoothly than you did on the first page, good for you. I am very happy. Our brains are working so hard. Here we go. Cat can sit. Pig can sit. A big elephant cannot sit. So they put the picture of the elephant instead of the word because we haven't learned the word elephant. So we don't want to spend a long time trying to figure out a long word like elephant when we haven't even had that yet. So that's why we put the picture there and then we just say elephant. All right, next page, read. Cat got wet. Pig got wet. Ugh. Another thing to make reading more fun, put some expression in your voice, okay? It's hard to just, cat got wet, pig got wet, and it's so boring. Okay, put some expression in your voice. Cat got wet. She's happy. Your voice is happy. Pig got wet. Ugh. Your voice is mad. Maybe you make a mad sound after that sentence. Last page, here we go. This is the fun page. A pig can get wet, she said. A pig can play. All right, do you have a pen or a marker? And let's do some writing on the back of our book. And if you watch the other video where we read the word or the story Ben, you can see that we can write some words on the backs of our books. We have lots of room there. You can get a notepad like I did. You can get a whiteboard. But let's write some words today that will help us. There was a lot of short E words in our story, so let's write some rhyming words. Rhyming words sound the same because they have the same middle and ending sound. Now, sometimes rhyming words can be spelled the same with the same middle and ending, but not all words have to be spelled the same to rhyme. So let's write some rhyming words. Let's write the word get. Get. Let's do the sounds. G, et, get. Let's write that at the top of our back page here. G, et. Now, if we want to write a rhyming word with get, then we just change the beginning. So when elephant sprayed the water, that made all of the friends wet. W, et, wet. W, et. Do you see how our words are the same in the middle and the end? And the beginning is what changed. So get, wet, those rhyme. Now I'm thinking of a rhyming word that goes with these two, and it's something that you can scoop in the water if you're fishing and the water runs out, but the fish stays in the, we're going to start with and it rhymes. Get, wet, write it. Net. Go ahead and write it. You can sound that out and it will be simpler for you because we already know the et rhyming part. Et. Now let's read. Get, wet, net. Let's try, this time, start your word with this letter, M. Keep your pattern going. What would come, what's our vowel and our next letter? E-T. Now blend these sounds. Et, met. I met my grandson in the basement to play Legos. met means you come together, you meet up. Let's start our next word with O. What letter is that? O, L. All right, keep your rhyming pattern going. E, T. What's that word? Let. Let. I hope that we can let the cat out today. Let. All right, let's choose another word from our story that has a different middle and ending. Let's do pig. So on your paper, I kind of like to draw lines so I can keep my lists separated. Let's write pig. P, dive down in the basement, swim up, little curve. G. Magic C, close it up, and down in the basement. Pig. All right, so for us to rhyme, we're going to keep the I and the G the same. All we're going to do is change the first letter. So in this case, we'll get rid of the letter P, and I want to make a new word, and it means this fake hair. Pig, wig, w. So W, little line down, up. And then what do I need to make it rhyme with pig? What are my next two letters? I and G, the same middle and ending. Egg. Let's read our list. Pig, wig. Do you know the name of a short little dance? A wiggly dance is called a jig. Pig, wig, jig. J. That's a J. So down and curve around and dot on top. I, G. Magic C, close it up, down in the basement. The opposite of small is, could be a lot of words, but I want a word that rhymes with pig, wig, jig. So the opposite of small is big. Now remember, when we make our lowercase b, b, start with big line down, swim up, little curve, I, G, make a magic C, close it up, down in the basement. So what is the same with all of our rhyming words? What part is the same? The middle and ending. Ig, 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 ig. Pig, wig, jig, big. Now, if I take a shovel and make a hole in the ground, I can say, I like to dig. D. Here we go with the letter D. Do not start with big line down for letter D. Letter D, we always start with magic C. Make your magic C. Close it up and back down. Don't ever start a D with big line down. D. Magic C. So D, what do I need to finish this word so it rhymes? I, G. There we go. Let's read what we have so far. Start at the top. Ready, read. Pig, wig, jig, big, dig. All right. I'm going to keep going down with my line. We could do fig. We could do some other words, but let's draw. I'm going to draw a line now. I have two more areas here. What could be another word? Play. That would be a fun one. If you look in your book on page 22, here's the word play. I think you guys know that from your sight words. We've had that already. Let's go ahead and write that as our first new word for another group of rhyming words. So play. This is our rhyme. This is the rhyme right here. Pull is the beginning. So we want to make the same sound A. So when I'm talking about a certain time on the calendar or the names of where we are during the week, we would say day, day, play. It has the same middle and ending or the same rhyme. So day, make your magic C. Don't start with big line down. If you did start with big line down, please erase and try it again. D starts with magic C. Magic C, close it up and back down. A. Here's another one. If you're talking, then someone might say, I just said it. Someone might be like, what did you say? Okay, so we want the A rhyme and play, day, say. So get your S to begin with, and then we add our rhyme, A. Can you think of another word that rhymes with play, day, say, because it has the A rhyme? If I'm talking about a certain direction or a certain method to doing something, then the word I'm thinking of is way. Way is a direction I drive or a certain way that I frost my cake. So W A Y. Let's try another one. I'm thinking of dried up grass that's rolled sometimes in a tight bale, and that dried up grass is called hay. Go ahead, add that. I'm kind of out of room down here at the bottom. I'm just going to squeeze it over here. Hay. So we have play, day, say, way, hey. Big line down, up and around, A. If I'm sleepy this afternoon, or especially tonight at bedtime, then I get my jammies on, I get my book, and then I go down kind of flat. What's the word I'm thinking of that would rhyme with play, day, say, way, hay, and lay? O-A. There's other rhyming words you could do. I'm going to leave this blank on this side. If you think of rhyming words, if you get some ideas from your book, then remember to make them rhyme, our middle and ending has to be the same. So start with your vowel and then the letters after that, and that's your middle and ending. Like on play, we didn't start with L, okay? Although if we took the P off, that was a new word, wasn't it? Lay. So our rhyming part is actually the A-Y. Start with your vowel and then the letter behind it, and think of how many words can you think of that rhyme with your top word. So have mom or dad, somebody take a picture of your rhyming list and text it to me or email it to me. I can't wait to see what you can do with rhyming words. Hey, this has been fun. Ready to get this crazy wig off, and I hope that you join me again for another story. Read with Mrs. Larson. Bye.